I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me to let it, let it, let it, let it, let it out. I refuse to run and hide. I must let it, let it, let it, let it, let it out. I refuse to run and hide. All the weight is lifted off my shoulders. I will not hold this in any longer. I know you thought that it would kill me, but it has only made me stronger.
Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Tobosis Rochester, and you are on Let It Out. So tonight we're going to talk about something that's really dear to me, mental health and anxiety. Okay, this evening my co-host is not here. Um, so miss your friend. What happened to my page? I don't know what happened. But anyway, let's go back to what I said. Yeah, I wish my co-host could be here this evening, but there's some things going on, so therefore he has to handle that. So next Monday we will see him. So, for everyone, I hope everybody is doing well today, and I hope everybody had a good week and so forth. We are we've all been going through um, some things in our lives that we don't like to really talk about at times where we should. Like I said, mental health and anxiety. Um, and we are on Plug Studio Network. So, like I said, share this evening. It's a good thing to do tonight. So I want you to do all this tonight with me. Um, my camera here is acting crazy, you guys. Bear with me. I may not be able to see you guys' comments, but it's okay. But if you have any indie music, please don't hesitate to submit them to I'm sorry, submissions plugstudionetwork.net. Plugstudionetwork.net. Okay. Let's go back to where we were. Um, I'm going to say this. Everyone has anxiety from time to time, and chronic, okay, anxiety, to where that deals with us, and we have serious consequences with our health as well. With that, I remember I could say for me, I went through that in my lifetime, to where I was, always just stressed out and things like that, and had anxiety all the time. And I had to really work on that, and medicines and what have you, they really don't really help that much, but some people it does work for. So if you feel as though this is you, let's communicate tonight and talk about it and what you have done to get through it, or you're still going through this. 302-312-3534. I would like to hear from you. um, and the percentages is 18.1% of people, in the world today who, go through this every year, basically every year. And this is a serious matter that we all have to deal with. It's not just some of us. Some of us, you know, um, tend to deal with our anxiety and mental health in different ways, right? Um, and also, we tend to handle things in different ways, like I said a few minutes ago. So, we we just try to take it all in on our own without sharing, what's going on with us at times as well. We try to handle it and be He-Man or or Wonder Woman at times, to where we think we can handle this on our own. That's not the case all the time. Okay. And we all have stress in our lives that we go through every day. every second of the day. And I believe we talk about these things all the time in my previous shows. Like I said, join in on a conversation tonight. Um, let me know, what your thoughts, and do you have suggestions that worked for you through it? Also, thank you, my amazing producer. She always doing. Hello, 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 Kevin. Hi, Raphael. Yes, exactly. Yes. So and Raphael stated he's helping his daughter with hers. And children go through these things as well. So it's not just us adults. So let me know. Like I said, let me know what are your thoughts and what you've been going through that you've helped yourself by healing within you pertaining to anxiety. I get upset really quickly at times too when things get too much, where my breathing gets out of whack, and I tend to cry. When things get overwhelming for me, but I just I handle it the best way that I can. So we're all not perfect. We all have these things. So, like I say, don't hesitate to call in and join in on this conversation with me tonight, because we all go through it, and it's just crazy, yeah. So let's handle this, yeah. And Alter Dover put me through a lot of BS, and I coped with it by leveling up and going to another state and being even better than I was before. And that's what we got to do. We got to leave sometimes. But you know what? We try not to let things push us somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? We try not to. Hi, Brenda. Welcome, darling. You know, so, we all have something that works best for us, where we have to leave, and, just take that moment and just try to take a bath, and and just do our little woosahs or whatever you have to do to heal yourself from that anxiety, because I'm telling you, when I have it, my chest really hurts to where I can't breathe, and I'm trying to gasp for air, and that becomes more dealing with our mental status as well. So we have to really work on that, to try to get better within ourselves, pertaining to that, so that's where I'm at with that tonight. And also, I want to take time out and pray for those who are going through things at this point in time. I can't say that I know how you're feeling, because I don't, so I can't say that to you. But I'm here, if you want to let it out with me, that's what I'm here for. So I'm praying for you and your family, for those who are going through things at this point in time. I'm not going to put your business out there, because it's not it's not for me to do. So I'm just going to say that to you, and you know who you are. Okay. And we're going to leave it at that. So like I said, you want to join in on this conversation tonight with me, please do that. I'm willing to listen. Raphael stated, but you can sympathize. Yes. Oh, yes, brother. I can. RJ Rock. Yeah, the owner tried to trap me in a room. What the heck? And I'm glad, I'm glad he got kicked out. I'm so happy for that, man. I'm so happy. And you're right, RJ Rock. Karma helped me. I'm sorry. Karma helped my anxiety and mental health. I heard someone say that to me earlier today. That's what helped them. And I'm here. This is Clarence right here. You saying this to me tonight again, where I'm hearing it and seeing it. Our minds travel a lot, when we have a lot of anxiety. Hi, bro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you too. Kisses and hugs. Yes, you guys, this is important tonight. So I want you to just call in and don't hesitate, or be afraid, because that's what Let It Out is all about. That's what I'm here for. Um, so to let it out with me if you're feeling like that, and we can talk about it, and collaborate with one another about ways to heal and deal with things such as this. So that's where I'm at with that tonight. So don't have me just sitting here talking to you. You need to call in and talk to me and let me know how you're feeling this evening. Um, I've and like I said, I've dealt with it. I went through um, psychological help and things like that, and that didn't work for me, as I stated a couple times before. The pill thing didn't work for me. That wasn't my way of dealing with things. I had to take it one day at a time and try to heal from it on my own. And I did that. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I still have my days, and everybody does. Okay. So that's where I'm at with it. Um, you know, um, I'm praying for each and every one of you. We got to call you guys. Let's answer this. Oh, shoot. Hello, who am I speaking with tonight? Hold on, my dear. Hold on, my dear. I can't hear you. This phone is going crazy. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get you on speaker here. Okay, here you go. Hello? Can you hear me now? Hold on, my dear. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Welcome to Let It Out. Who am I speaking with here?
This is Valerie from Alabama.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. So, what do you want to let it out about with me tonight?
I want people to understand anxiety is, and people do live with it. It's not a show for to get attention. Like
Yes.
for me, like when you spoke, I don't cry unless I get super overwhelmed, and it could just happen all of a sudden, and my anxiety will kick in, and I just will start crying. Like it just happened recently. We were visiting Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and they were having like a Mexican Day parade,
Yes.
and it was so much noise, and we got stuck in traffic, and it just got so overwhelming for me that I had cried because
Oh my
I can't
God.
handle
Yeah.
that crowd and people,
Yeah.
and like when I go to Walmart, I don't like being around a bunch of people, and I have really bad anxiety and crowds.
Right. Oh my
So
gosh.
I just want people to understand, like instead of talking about us, or even if you don't understand, it
Exactly.
helps just to support.
Yes. So true. So true. So true. So how are you doing? Like, like when you're, like, how long does it take you to wind down after you had that moment?
It basically take about an hour for me.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And I learned, like art, I do art. So I learned, like, that helps. Or reading, or even smooth jazz, like calm
Okay.
music helps.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm so glad that you called in tonight. Because this is a serious thing that we all deal with in life, and we are all afraid to talk about that we have these issues. So and this is like I said, this is an important topic for me.
Yeah,
So
and also mental health with it, because when
yes.
people around you don't understand it, and they, it can cause mental health issues. It can
Yes.
cause you to feel like, what's wrong with me? And
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you, but they make you feel like something's wrong with you. So then depression will kick in, and you have to
Yes.
fight the depression, and
Yes.
it's just like, you're already fighting a battle. You don't need to fight another one with family and friends.
Right, exactly. Now, do you take medication for your anxiety?
I do not.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Yeah, you're like me. I deal with it on my own and
Yeah.
try to take it one day at a time and try to deal with it,
But I do have a question for you.
Yes.
With your anxiety,
Mhm.
do you feel like even when you're not having an anxiety attack, like sometimes it's hard to communicate like what you're saying, and people tend
does.
to not understand you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I my words tend to tumble when I'm
Yes,
trying
me
to talk.
too. And it's like people understand that's part of it.
It
Like you
is.
can't.
Mhm.
You want to express, you know what you're trying to say, but it's
Yeah.
not coming out, and your words are all over the place.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not by myself.
You're not. I feel like I was by myself, but I'm not.
So, we all go through these things, and, we just have to take it one day at a time and try to heal the best way that we know how.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yeah. So, I appreciate you calling in and continue listening in.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for letting it out.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, you guys. Did you hear that? Man, listen. I'm so happy that she called in because, like I said, some people don't want to tell that they're going through those things. It's not something that you should be afraid of to tell people that you have those anxieties, or your mental status is not really there at that moment, because that's what it does to us. Okay. So like the young lady just called in, call in someone else. I would love to hear from you, about your anxiety and where it has taken you, and you're doing better or you're still dealing with it or what have you. 302 I'm sorry, 312 3534. We all don't want to, tell people that we have anxiety. And your chest gets really tight, like somebody's on your chest, to where, like I said, you explode. You're confused. You get confused. Like we just stated. So that all comes with that. So we tend, like, if something's really bothering you, trust and believe you're having your anxiety and you don't know it. Because if you keep talking about something that bothered you so bad, bless believe you're going through your little moment of anxiety. I remember, my daughter, she had it one time, and she couldn't believe it. She's like, "Mom, what's wrong with my chest?" It was anxiety. You know, um, just a small little thing could set you off that you don't realize what you're going through at that moment. You think it's just gas or something like that. No, that's not what it is, love. You're having an anxiety attack, and I have an asthma pump that I use in case I can't breathe, that I need to carry more often. So, we need that to have, to calm my breathing down sometimes. So, if this is you, don't hesitate to communicate with me tonight. Call in and join in on a conversation. 302 312 3534. Pardon me. Raphael stated some people can't face their mental health issues, thinking people may look down on them. And he's so true, so true about that. So true about that. And people do. Trust me, they act like they don't judge you, but they do. They do. They look down on you really quickly without asking, what's going on with you. So sometimes it's best to just talk about it and let them know how you're feeling or you're going through something, and so if those who are going through it at this point in time or been going through it, I feel you. So you're not alone, okay? Um, so let's just talk about this tonight. And if you had that, and if you have that now, let's talk about it. Let it out with me tonight. Um, we some of us don't know how to adapt to it either, because we get scared about what's happening with you. You're like, what the heck is happening to me? This is odd. I never felt this way before. Anxiety. It tends to mess with our memory, our focus, things like that, and we tend to excuse it and not really acknowledging that that's just what just happened to you. Um, so like I said, um, I get jittery too sometimes. I don't know if you have, but I've gotten jittery sometimes, and then next thing you know, my chest starts bothering me to where it's like somebody is closing in on me, to where I feel like I'm having an asthma attack or something like that. So, you know, um, I try to walk it out, at the park or something like that. Drink a lot of water. I just try to listen to the water sounds. Sometimes I go to the park, just sit there and just listen. I sit at the park and let let the sun beam on me and just be in my calm. That's my space, to where I want to find myself at that moment to calm myself down, to try not to think about so much which is going on around me, because we all tend to do that. We take on so much to where we think we can handle it, and sometimes we can't. So we have to, take a moment and try to calm ourselves, find strategies to handle it better. So that's where I'm at tonight, and also there is 16.2 million adults, that suffer from major depression you know, um, in this world today, that tend to go into that, more severe. Okay, so we all need some kind of relief. If you have a doctor, ask him what he suggests. Because sometimes they can lead us in the right direction. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes they can't. So that's where I'm at tonight with that. So, like I said, if this is you, call in, let it out with me tonight. Let's talk about, you know, what you've been through or what you're going through. Maybe I can say something that will make your day to take your mind off of whatever it is. I would like to do that for you. I mean, it's not much, but sometimes hearing somebody's voice, somebody's word, positive words, that usually helps too. So, okay. And also tonight, you guys, we're gonna have an amazing video in a little while here, too. So I want you to look out for that. We tend to tighten up inside. We clench. Uh-oh. Here's another caller, you guys. Hold on. Welcome to Let It Out. I am your host, Tobocious Rochester. Who am I speaking with?
This is your boy, Bassman. It's Raphael, your co-host.
Hey, co-host. How you doing tonight? What you want to let it out about tonight?
There's a lot of people who suffer from depression,
Yes.
anxiety,
Yes.
and many, many other different mental health issues, and a lot of them don't know how to carry it,
Yes.
don't know what it is, don't know
Mhm.
what's bothering them
Mhm.
until it's too late.
Yes.
There are a lot of times that you
Mhm.
must consult with your doctor
Yes.
and figure out exactly what's the next step, the next
Mhm.
plan, what can happen.
Right.
My daughter will have her episodes every now and then. Like tonight, I'm here to be sure that she's safe and keeping herself safe and making sure everything is fine.
Awesome.
So, so
Okay.
I can't be there with you tonight because I need to be sure that
Mhm.
doing daddy duties, got to be sure everything is good.
That's right. That's
But
right. That's
but
awesome.
mental health issue hits a lot of people in many, many different ways.
Yes.
And for
Mhm.
those who are listening, need to
Mhm.
really pay attention
Mhm.
to the signs. There are many signs out there that will show
Mhm.
um, the signs of mental health issues. I mean, sometimes even as much as being fatigued and falling asleep a lot
Yes.
can also this another sign of depression.
Yes.
You can look at many different. You can look it up. Look
Mhm.
it up on many different health issues
Yes.
or
Mhm.
mental health,
Mhm.
and it should be right there for you. I mean, you gotta know what your body is saying to you.
So true.
Because there's a lot of times things happen, and if you're not paying attention to it, things happen at the wrong time.
Right.
And you really got to be careful with it.
Right. Yes. And may I ask how's she doing at this moment?
At this point in time, she's doing okay, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Okay. Yes.
So everything is good as of right now.
Okay. Good. Keep you're doing an awesome job, and I just want to tell you, my prayers, for you guys at this moment.
Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But you're doing a good job, so you go ahead and do your thing. I'm still watching.
Okay. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you for letting it out.
All right, sis.
All right. Yes, you guys. My co-host, he's amazing. That was Raphael on the phone. But right now we are going to go to our video of the night, which is "Money Kill Everyone" by Phila Cypher, and we'll be right back.
It's a movie.
Wise out, smash, bro. Alpha, we don't want it, we don't need it. Got us dying for our freedom. People starving, they won't feed them. Got us dying for our freedom. We don't want it, we don't need it. Got us fighting for our freedom. People starving, they won't feed them. Got us dying for our freedom. We don't want it, we don't need it. Got us fighting for our freedom.
Money killed everyone. Presidents, scientists, musicians, civil rights leaders, priest children. Money killed everyone. Money funds wars and weapons, viruses and disease. Money pays for the manipulation of you and me. But money doesn't pay for those that's in need because the ones that run money are too bombarded with greed. Money kills people every day because there's no money in a cure, or so they say. Especially if you're a minority or, God forbid, you're poor. Laws are even different depending on your credit score. Money killed my grandmother, let her rot and decay. Cause see, with a cure to cancer, they can't make money that way. Money kills people with HIV. Some people were infected intentionally. Do your own homework. Be a detective for yourself. And you'll find that these man-made disasters were consciously dealt. And then you rethink any government help. Money makes women judge character from man-made wealth, while men do things always looking for false self and wealth. Man-made illusions. No wonder our generation is full of drug users, or even drug sellers. Misrepresentation. See, all they're doing is selling you self-mutilation. See, money isn't a friend of mine, cause all money does is conquer and divide. So the next time you hear someone boasting about their five, man, know that this is one of the most insecure persons alive. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting things for yourself, but the best yet hardest task is knowing your loving self. Think about these words the next time you're dreaming of wealth. And then think to yourself, why do you want these things in spite of something else? What lies behind you wanting things that carry no weight or substance? Maybe that's why you get up early to go to a job you never wanted. Money.
Hey there, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video of this evening. We are on Let It Out, and we are on Plug Studio Network. So share this topic tonight because someone possibly needs to hear this topic. Tonight's topic is mental health and anxiety. Yes, we went there tonight. So don't hesitate to call in 302-312-3534. Okay? And for those who have tuned in, I appreciate you. And let's continue to listen in tonight. I'm going to say this. You know, uh, we we are taught in the black community that we don't have anxiety. It's a part of life what we're going through. We need to deal with it. That's that is so real in these times where some families don't believe in that. Some our ancestors, some of them didn't believe in that too, because they're like, look, suck it up, come on, let's deal with this, and we're out of here. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. So we have to be strong-willed sometimes. They tell us that too. I always heard that in that frame of statement. Strong-willed, you got to suck it up and take it as it is and keep moving. That's, some families are strong like that, and some are tough, and like me, I'm easy to break down real fast. So, and then when you hear people who are strong-minded like that to take things as they are, I commend you, because some of us can't deal with things like that. We're all different inside, how we think, how we feel, so all of us aren't the same at all. So that's where I'm at today with that. So if this is you, that you've dealt with mental illness, anxiety, and you are dealing with it at this moment, or someone who is dealing with it at this moment, and who has dealt with it. So like I said, share this. Let's talk about it. This is something that is really serious. You don't take lightly. I've said many times, we don't know, what we're dealing with, So when it's something odd going on within you, you need to go seek help immediately, because this could take you out of here as well. When you have anxiety, when you have mental health, it's nothing joked about today. Or any time, actually. People laugh at people when they have those things. This is not funny, so some people do take meds for it. People shaking and nerves is out of whack and everything like that, because that's how they feeling at that moment. And this is something that they deal with on a daily basis. So, like I said, let's hear your story. Let's hear about someone who who's going through it, so don't hesitate to call in, okay? Also, we all have suicidal thoughts too, that could take us from anxiety to a suicidal thought too, which I've seen people who've went from one thing to the other very quickly. And like I said, people don't like to talk about these things. So I'm going to talk about it, because these things need to be mentioned in our lives every day. Call somebody, ask them how they're doing at this point in time. Are you okay? Because you don't know what somebody is going through unless they tell you. But just call anyway. Just step out there. Call somebody and say, how are you feeling today? Are you going through something? Do you need to talk? This is what I'm here for. So let somebody know that, okay? People are dealing with depression every day, every second of the day, every moment of the day. And as things progress in our lives, it becomes worser, to deal with, to where it's out of our hands, to where you're in a mental institution. We don't want to go that route, right? We don't need to go that route. Let's deal with this. Let's head on with it. Let's deal with it hands on. Okay? Because this is a serious matter. It deals with everything within you pertaining to your eating habits change. okay, to dealing with your daily activity that you do every day. We change, you know, like me, you know, I dealt with, you know, losing people in my life, you know, in a different way than someone else would. We all have different ways of dealing with things. Some people cry, some people don't. Some people hold things in, which is not good for us. We tend to let it out of nowhere, to where we're breaking down really, really bad, you know, to where we're not ourselves any longer. You know, so I have dealt with that, like I said, in my past, anxiety and things like that. I deal with it from time to time. I'm not going to lie to you. I get overwhelmed, you know, and we all do, you know. So let me know how you deal with yours. You know, do you seek, you know, going to a doctor, a therapist, whatever, however you deal with it, let me know, you know, because this is a serious thing that we all have done and going through in our lives. You know, you lose your job, there you go, anxiety. Not able to put food on the table, there you go. You lose your home. These are serious things that we deal with every day, that we have to try to deal with it the best way we don't have, but try to handle it, trying to be strong. And like I said, some of us can't. Some of us can't do that. You know, we get stressed out from other people's problems that they go through in our lives because we're taking that in. We're taking that on too. You know, we're like, well, dang, my day was fine until, you know. So that's where we all are. We deal with it. We take other people's stuff on too. And then that makes us break down and have anxiety. Like, I was just fine, like not too long ago. Sage something, pray something, do something about it to break that negativity. You know what I mean? So we gotta try to break it off somehow, because it's not good for us to take on a whole bunch of things that we cannot handle. We can't handle everything. We can't do it. If we could do that, we're amazing, but we can't. You know, so that's where I'm at with it. You know, pills, you know, they take us where we don't want to be. And I talk about this a lot with you guys. These are things that always come up in my conversations. The mental health part of it, with the pills, taking that, and the anxiety, to where you're like right now. Do you hear me? I'm kind of like that's where I'm at right now, because I'm thinking about it, like, you know. And before I came here, you know, I got a phone call about someone passing, like that stuff bothers me, because I was fine. And then when I'm thinking about that, my mind goes traveling all over the place, like, oh my gosh, now what? You know what I mean? It's always something. So, you know, you try to handle that the best way you can. You know, and you try to be there for everybody else too. You know, I just don't know what else to, you know, tell you on this, but it's important for you to get the help that you need. You know, even with me, you know. So if this is you, you know, come on, let's talk about this. Let's be about this. Let's come together. Let's have solutions. You know, let's all just say something positive. Let's keep the positive vibes going. Let's not let, you know, everything get to us. Because we can only take one thing on at a time. Am I right? And if you agree, say you agree in the comments here. Because we can't take on everything. We can't. You know, we're just human, right? We're human. And all I can say is, you know, hang in there. You know, seek the help that you need. You know, consult with somebody who you trust. you know, and that usually is a good thing to start with too, you know, because somebody could help you with that, you know, what you're going through at that point in time. It's just something that we all dealt with. This stuff been around for many years. It's not a beginning of it. It's been around. There's nothing new about it. Am I right? So this is something we all go through. And you can't tell me that you don't have it, because everybody does. Sometimes you don't know it. So we all need to just have a woosah moment. Take a second. Like, hey, wait, hope. Something's got to happen. I need to go somewhere for a moment and ease this, whatever I'm going through right now. I need to take it easy for a second. I need to be somewhere where I'm calm. You know, like the young lady stated when she called in, it took her a whole hour sometimes to calm down. You know, and it does. Some people it's longer than that. You know, just go outside and get some fresh air, maybe. You know, sometimes we got to get away from that. I remember I went out to a club one time and I kept feeling like something was going to happen. You know how your stomach just tell you everything? Everything was happening to me that night. My tire got flat. My car got hot. Everything was happening. And I still went. But my stomach wasn't right. I said, something's not right and something's going to happen. And I kept feeling it, and my chest was getting tight again. You know, and sure enough, they got the shooting there. It was telling me not to go there, and I still went anyway. You know, and the signs were there, you know, and I still didn't turn around. I guess I just wanted to be there for my friend. I didn't want to let her down, you know, so I just wanted to be there for them. But when you have those signs and it's telling you, look, don't do this, don't do that, stay away from it. But sometimes we can't. Now, I know some people have anxiety attacks when they're in the mall because it's too many people. You know, they're like, I'm not going in there. It's too many people. I'll wait for you out here. Anxiety. You know, some people can't deal with that. You know, they tighten up. They get afraid, you know, like something's not right, you know. So that's just them. That's their way of saying, look, I don't feel comfortable doing this. I'm not going to do it because if I do this, I'm going to have a reaction and this is going to be an anxiety setting off. Something's going to happen. My mind's not going to be right. You know, they're afraid something's going to happen within their circle while they're there. So that's where we at tonight. You know, this is serious, you know, and you know, we don't talk enough about mental health and anxiety. Some of the states don't help those who need the help, who deal with these things either. I'm going to tell you that. Some places will not give you the assistance that you really need, you know, to help you with it. You know, there's a cutoff somewhere, you know, so you really have to do your research, find out who is really there in your, you know, in your city or state, what have you, where you are located. Look, you know, Google, because, you know, Google tells us everything that we need to know most of the time. You know, go in there and search for someone who could help you with that, you know, because you can't go on, you know, not knowing, you know, where your status is with mental health and anxiety, because sometimes we fall off and we're left there because we didn't get the help that we needed. You know, next thing you know, you're in a stroke mode. People didn't know that either, but that's what happens too, because you're worrying so much about whatever it is, to where you're stuck having a stroke, a mini stroke, anything, in the hospital, heart attack, what have you. The signs, pay attention to the signs, as my co-host stated. We have to do that. So if you know someone who's having these attacks, get them help. Don't just sit there because you don't know where they are at that moment. Some people really need that help and assistance. So please be there for someone who actually needs your help during their anxiety, during their mental status. There are mental health centers around in your state. There should be one in every state, I believe. Like I said, just reach out to those people, and go there and talk to somebody if you have to, and just seek, the help that you really need at that point in time. Don't let it just pass you by. You get jittery and you're shaking and you're nervous and, sometimes your lip quivers. It's a sign. Mine does that sometimes. I'm nervous. Something's going to happen. My stomach usually tells me something's not right. So always look and pay attention to the signs. Don't take it lightly. Okay? We all have our health issues. So please do that. I want you to share this topic tonight. I want you to keep being positive. Be there, like I said, for those who need you. Because you don't know their mental status. You never know where they're at. So please do that. I'm out of words here because this is nothing light at all. So please take care of yourselves, okay? And do that. We're going to talk about, the mental health part of it is where, you're not functionable. You can't do anything. You're not doing what you usually do. I say this all the time. You got to pay attention to what is going on with you and someone around you who is going through this. I go to this place in Camden, my yard. Hello. And I see a lot of people who are going through mental things in their lives, mental health. Okay. And it's nothing light. I see them snapping out and going crazy, So we need this. We need to do this. Thank you, Raphael, Mental Health Hotline. Don't hesitate to call that. Share this, 1-800-662-4357. And possibly, they can lead you in the right direction where you need to be. Okay? You don't want to play with this. Okay? You're afraid of letting it out. Don't do that. Let it out with somebody. Let somebody hear what you're feeling, what you're going through at that point in time. You don't want to break. You don't want to wait for that moment to break. You understand what I'm saying to you? Don't wait until then, to where it gets worse, to where you can't handle it. Or those in your circle, in your family, who can't help you because you waited too long to get the help. So please do that, okay? We're going to talk about something also. Next week, I'm going to talk about something, police brutality. Have you been accused of something that you've never done? Are you doing time? Like, are you on probation? Ankle bracelet, what have you? Are you at home, in confinement, what have you, because you've done something that you're fighting that you did not do? That's going to be next week's topic. We need to talk about that. Some people are judged from what they're wearing, or color, or mental status. He's a thief. He's stealing. Sometimes they're not doing anything, and you're just saying you're a criminal. So we're going to talk about that and see where you are with that, and have you done time when you didn't do it and they let you out. Okay, so falsely accused of something. Okay, you guys, so I want to say that to you. I want you guys to continue to stay healthy. I want you to continue to stay safe, you know, and like I said, be there for those who need you. You know, like I said, we don't pay attention to people in our circle who really need us when it comes to mental health. Some of us don't do that. So check on those who are going through something. You don't know where their mindset is that day, that minute, that second of the hour. You know, so please do that. Let people know that you're there for them. You know, even if it's for a moment, just to have a conversation. You know, like I said, even if you have to go over there and give them a hug, some people need that. You know, take them out for a little drive, get them some air, anything that can help them. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. So I want you guys to tune in next week. I'm falsely accused. How about that? All right. So you guys have a good one. Stay safe.
I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me